Okay, so before I start, I would like to just walk you through what I believe everybody got their onboarding packages and walk you through where the classroom is, what you should expect and all that. Let me bring it here. Can you still see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Good. So I have classroom somewhere here. Okay, so this is the your Google Classroom, and this is where I'll be sharing the recordings every week. The recording should be up after the class. You'll find some materials that I've already shared here. You can also use this to communicate. You can make announcements. You can um, connect with other people here. You can ask questions. You can make comments under the post. The link to uh our sessions is here, and I can also put I can also add it to a WhatsApp group. I don't know, I haven't seen anybody join the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group is also what I did share on the onboarding email. I don't know if we clicked on it, but if we didn't, maybe I can find that onboarding email here and share the record, the let me share it. The WhatsApp group here as well. Give me a moment to get into the community. Hopefully, open. Please check if you do have access to this WhatsApp group. I'm putting it in the chat. Did it work or no? Check if you can click on this and join the group because you can make announcements there. It's maybe easier and people can get it easier. People can access the WhatsApp group easier than they can access their emails. Um, I want us to review our schedule as well. I'll put it right here. Can you see my screen? Can you see the schedule? Give me a thumbs up if you can see the schedule.
Can see the schedule, yeah.
You can, awesome. So I'm on the right path.
Yeah, I can see it too.
Okay, great. Okay, so our first week will be discussing about foundations of Gen AI and prompt engineering in depth. And we will also be able to build intelligent workflows at the end of this using um, what we have learned from prompt engineering. The second session would include all kinds of media generation, image generation, video generation, editing, cloning yourself, and all that. Will be able to do exactly that. By the end of this session, you should be able to clone yourself, like images, videos. You understand how this whole media manipulation works. Okay. Um, the third session is automation. We are going to look into automating with make.com. Where now we are now making progress into automating different tasks. The first session will be on custom GPT, so building intelligent workflows, but this time around, which will involve a little bit of copy and paste, but critically examining your workflows. And so it helps you to understand in future how to automate tasks. Okay. Now the fourth session will be building upon that make.com, which is another kind of automation, which is called NXN, where you have better integrations and you can automate workflows as well, like any kind of workflow that you can think about. The fifth session will be voice conversational agents. Now, you want to talk to AI, like talk like as if you're talking to a phone, you're talking to another human being over the phone, build conversational agents. And and the last session will be building different kinds of apps, um, building agents, or let me call it building agents, different kinds of agents, building apps, building landing pages, whatever, like building products using AI. And most of them are no code. That is, you don't have to like understand how to code. AI is evolving every single day. So this is just a journey. I created this so we can take a break during the Christmas. I know it's very busy for many people during the Christmas season. So the December the next week after this, that's December 27th and 28th, I think, we won't be having any session. I would also be a little bit in transit in January, I think third week of January. So I had excluded that. So our session will be ending January 25th. So let me know if you have any questions about this before we dive into what we have for today. Any questions? Hi, Jude. What did I miss? You didn't miss anything. You haven't missed anything at all. We are just starting. So I will not be able to see our faces now, but I want this session to be very interactive. Um, but I will be checking the chat often to know what's in the chat. It's going to be very, very interactive. Okay, and I bet many people are joining. If you leave and maybe your network isn't that strong, feel free to join back because we'll be here for the next 2 hours. We have a lot of things packed. Let me minimize this screen. Okay, let's share this. So who's excited? Let's see. Who's excited to be here? I'm so excited because we're going to be learning so much. So much. Who's excited? I am. I am. I'm so, so excited. Um, So today we're going to be demystifying large language models and also looking at prompt engineering. Um, I'm not sure how far we are going to go today, but we'll cover a lot today. And then tomorrow we will build, I want tomorrow to be the practical where we have to build custom GPTs, build intelligent workflows that will be that so that you'll be able to accomplish any kind of task you don't have to do repeat task. That's kind of the idea. Build workflows that will help you in your professional work, in your business, in whatever it is that you are doing. Any kind of task you can replicate with AI. So today we are going to be demystifying large language models. Um, we'll give you clear explanations so you can, finally say I actually know what works. We'll also dive into prompt design frameworks, Costa and meta prompting. This is where you learn how to talk to AI so it stops giving you, very mid answers and start giving you quality answers that makes it literally makes you or work with the AI a very smart work with or partner with the AI in a very smart way. We'll touch on RAG as well. RAG is retrieval augmented generation. So what it does is you working with the documents that you do have. So let's assume you have materials that you would want to um, synthesize, you would like to analyze. This is where you can do that. Now, the AI doesn't have to. get its gibberish from internet or anywhere or even what it's being trained in. It is your own document. So we'll show you how that works as well. Then we'll go into monetization, what how you can turn your knowledge into offers, the services that you can create with AI and make real income. Okay, but before we dive into large language models, I want us to first of all understand what artificial intelligence is. Artificial intelligence refers to simulation of human intelligence in machines. How humans think, how machines can think like humans. Basically, that's what it means. Usually, we have other components of this artificial intelligence, which is like machine learning, which is machines learning how to recognize patterns. It recognizes patterns of this one is using structured data. So data that you can have in your Excel sheets, like your date of birth, names, just very structured information. Now, we'll dive into deep learning. This is where the AI now learns data from images, videos, audio, like any form of data. It synthesizes those kind of information to make meaning or to make sense of what it is and be able to produce a result. Now, under deep learning, we also have generative AI. This is where the AI doesn't just learn and understand patterns. It doesn't just recognize those patterns. What it does is to generate new information. It can generate any kind of information, including text, images, videos, audios, 3Ds now. It generates 3Ds, any kind of like information, but it's now new. Now, what makes this possible is large language models that have been trained with billions of data, billions of information from the web, text, images, all everything that we have been, submitting to the web, our social media life, it's been trained on all those kind of information. And now we are now using large language models. And well, as we dive deep in, we'll, be able to elaborate on each of these aspects of artificial intelligence. So, but most people think that AI just started in 2022, but that's not the case. AI didn't just start in 2022. That is artificial intelligence. It didn't just start with ChatGPT. In 1950, Alan Turing asked, "Can machines think?" That was just what sparked the conversation. How can we make machines? How can we make our laptops think? And then in 1956, the first AI conference was held in Dartmouth, USA. And in the 80s and 90s, that was the rise of machine learning. Here, I talked about um, computers started to learn from data, but this time around, it was structured data, right? Those things that you can put on your Excel sheet, structured data, we started to learn the patterns. AI is basically pattern recognition. It's just basically a prediction engine. Okay. Now, in 2008, if you remember 2008, that was the birth of Facebook, right? And Facebook, MySpace, and all those social media networks. And we now had a deep learning breakthrough where we had more data. We had images, videos, and then with WhatsApp, Instagram, and the likes of those all coming out in around that time, we the the machines were now able to learn learn unstructured data, which is those kind of multimodals, images, videos, and all the rest of them. And it was the birth of what we call transformers. Transformers, what they do is to understand what's from the words that from the input you have given to it, and I'll explain what an input is. Whatever words you have given to the AI, it will understand it and build relationships and now predict what the next word is. And there was a paper that was written in 2017, which is called Attention is All You Need. So that was the foundation of generative AI. That was the foundation. That was where it started. You said, oh, that does that mean that is for us, of course, the engineers, they already were aware of this, they were already using it. By the way, computers can still only understand they can only understand binary numbers. They can still only understand 0 and 1. But now they can, with the words that we have given to it, with generative AI, with natural language, we can now speak to the AI for it to give us the next word. It now predicts the next word because those binary numbers are now classified as vectors. They are now give assigned a particular place in the space. And if it's closest to which one is the closest word? So when you say, perhaps you say cat is on the mat, right? The cat can sit on the floor, the cat can sit on the mat, the cat can sit on the table. But which one usually does the cat sits on the mat most times when we use that phrase in a when we use that sentence? Usually you say cat sat on a mat, right? So it's because what it has been trained on would say cat sat on the mat. It predicts the next word as math. It will hardly predict the next word as floor or as a table or as the ground. So that it just understands, it focuses its attention and gives some level of weight to the input for it to be able to generate the next word. So that's how this works. That is how these transformer models work. And that was what gave that breakthrough. This paper, which is called Attention is All You Need. It was the foundation that made um, ChatGPT to be accessible to everybody, to be accessible to people. Okay, so in 2020, between 2021, in 2021, we had the diffusion models, which is like the Dell E that starts creating images. In 2022, that was the birth of ChatGPT, where you can use natural language, you type anything, vibe it, you can say it, and then it just creates that whatever it is that you're asking it to do. You just give an input to your system and it creates images, text, whatever you want to give to it, right? Um, and since then, it has progressed, and the capabilities of AI has been expanding since then. So we have image generation, we have image editing, we have video generation, we have video editing now. And we can build with AI, we can create workflows with AI, we can create 3D dimension images with AI. It's amazing, it's mind-blowing what AI can do since the birth of ChatGPT. Now, what is generative AI? I did mention is a kind of neural network as well. Primarily, what it does is pattern recognition. Most AIs are pattern recognition. They are recognizing patterns. They are recognizing trends in data that you have given to it. And now it generates new things. That's how generative AI comes about. So it can generate new text, new image, new codes, yeah, new videos, whatever you've asked it to generate for you. New uh, if you can draw with it, you can everything, like it can do a whole lot of things, right? It's creative because it doesn't just generate from what is being trained on. It generates new information. That is how it came about. That's how the name came about. It can transform information as well. So you can transform your text to an image. You can transform different things, and we'll look at the capabilities. And the capability, like I said, the capabilities are expanding every single day. Uh, so voice, it has different capabilities. Language, that is, it can convert, it can paraphrase, it can write for us, um, it can. C, we have computer vision, and I'll show you all that today. You can create music with it. You can speak to it. You can clone your voices with it. You can create image. You can clone your now. You can clone your brain with it because if you have written, let's say you have written so many books, and you ask it, this is the pattern. Like this is what I because it can really like it's a pattern recognition. You can see what you have done in the past, and you can ask it to predict what next, and you can ask it to predict right for you in your own way, your own voice, your own brand. It can do exactly that. So it has a whole lot of capabilities. This is not exhaustive, I would say, because it I've seen we have more intelligent models coming out every single day. And so this, I would say this is not all that it can do. So let's just explore this and we'll be going back and forth on these capabilities because if you understand the capabilities of generative AI, you'll be able to do amazing things with it. So we'll be going back and forth this throughout this session. So it can extract information. So let's say you have an image, and you want to extract some data points on it, you can ask, it can extract those information for you. It can classify information for you. So let's say you want to classify sentiments. Yes, it can do that. It can group for you. It can create, let's say you have maybe people have completed a survey and you want to organize them in teams. Yes, AI can do that for you. It can extract structured data for you that is creating something in an Excel sheet for you. It can recognize entities as well. And we are still in the language model. It can mimic style. I really love this because if I see a style I love, I can copy it. I can copy any style. It can explain and educate you on anything that you can imagine. Like this is amazing. Think about this learning with this, explaining and complex abstract information. It can synthesize it for you. AI can do that for you, and I will be showing you how to do that as well. You can hold conversations. Let's say you have an interview. You can use, because you know you can hold conversations, and I will show you how this works here. You can hold conversations for you. Let's think about public speaking. Think about calling somebody. AI can call people now these days. Yes, it can hold conversations. It can teach you languages as well, right? So perhaps you want to learn French. It can help you to learn French. It can translate, and the translation is huge, and it's being integrated across different platforms now. You turn on your Teams, and Teams is giving you the ability to translate. That means I can stay here, and we let's assume that we have somebody from China in this session. I can just add the translation, Chinese translation, and you'll be able to translate to that person. So what it means is that the person will be, I'm speaking in English, but the person can hear me in Chinese or in Mandarin. I think that's it, in Mandarin, right? So, and it's exploding. So think about even what you create a content in English and you can translate in all languages in the world. Think about it. How you can spread your visibility. I know somebody on YouTube, I think the person is Italian, but I probably translated whatever content he has in English because sometimes the wordings seem to me to be in in Italian. He speaks I- Italian, but um now it's to me I listen to it in English. It can generate ideas. ChatGPT is so good at doing this, generating ideas for you. It can generate code. It can generate synthetic data. It can also generate text. This is, common. It can assess compliance. So you might want to give it some criteria. This is on problem solving. You might want to give it some criteria. Say, I want you to judge this for me. I want you to check this, evaluate this. It can do that exactly. So sometimes I give it a prompt and I tell it, oh, this prompt doesn't look good, or it's 5/10. Can you make sure that the prompt is 10/10? And it's going to do that and tell me the changes that it has made. Excuse me. It can act as an agent. It can make recommendations, right? It can recommend things for me, and I evaluate those recommendations as well. It can summarize. It can follow instructions. It can detect sentiments. Okay. So these are some of the language capabilities. The capabilities are endless, I would say, and they're expanding every single day. Under voice input and voice output, now you can speak to ChatGPT, gives you give it can change voice to voice, so that's voice cloning. I have this voice, translate it. I want it to speak in my voice. You give it a voice and you can change that voice for you. Music audio generation. I've seen lots and lots of Christmas music playing, and they are all AI generated. And they are doing this in like creating massive music. When I mean massive, like you can just maybe create one or two. No, create 10, and it sounds like very Christmassy. Amazing with pictures, videos, and all. Amazing things people are doing with AI these days. And you too can do it. You too can do it. You can transcribe voice to text, text to voice. Um, it can generate a voice output. So you give it something and maybe a text, and it can create a voice from it. A lot of different things, and we'll be showing that. I think this should be next session next week. Voice input as well. This is very easy. Vision, this is lovely. I love vision. So it can extract text extraction, so it can extract text just by looking at the text, and we're going to be looking at this too. We are going to be demonstrating this. Object recognition, it can recognize objects. um so you can give the AI anything and it will be able to recognize it. Image classification, give it an image and it will classify that image based on the criteria that you have given it. Feedback on video, image, and video. So this is on complex things. So you can do image analysis, video understanding. That means you give it a video and it's going to understand that video. It's amazing. Amazing. So I don't have to listen to videos anymore. I just need to upload it, and then it will be able to break down what that video is talking about to me, and I'll be able to utilize that information. I will be seeing it today. Visual reasoning, complex image understanding as well. Okay, I think that's it. You can other capabilities or no, let's look at the image and video capabilities. So under video capabilities, you can translate a video to another video. Um think about repurposing any video that you want. A lot of people are using AI now to repurpose their videos. That means you have maybe a long video, like even this class, we can now break it down into several videos. Image to video, this is really simple. We have done this before now. So image to video, change an image to make it to speak, make it to move. That's image to video. Image to image, this is really easy as well. Image to text to video, yes, this is easy. We have lots and lots of models that can do exactly this. Image editing is another one. Really powerful tools that can do all of these capabilities, handle all these capabilities. Enabling capabilities is it can analyze data. This is really powerful. So, we have data analysts. its AI can analyze any kind of data. Once you have that information, you understand what you want it to do for you, it will be able to do that for you. It can execute code, it can extract, search and extract information for you, not just search. You can search and extract it. You can integrate with other tools as well. You can match the schema, which is a complex and a huge capability as well. This is, like I said, this is really not exhaustive, to be honest, because AI can do much more now. AI can do much more now. And this is just even, they are more intelligent systems. This is just even ChatGPT, I would say right now, chat capabilities of ChatGPT, um, well, some capabilities of ChatGPT because it can build, it can create agents, it can shop for you, it it can they have ChatGPT at last now. It has a web browser, so it can browse for you. It can shop for you, it can buy things for you, it can plan vacations for you. This is just a whole lot of things that it can do for you. Okay. So, are you seeing where you can utilize these capabilities? Can somebody put in the chat where they can see, for in your workflow, where you can see utilizing any of these capabilities? And I will show you in real life. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna expand. I want to see what people are saying. Tell me, is there any, how do you see, where do you think you can actually use any of these capabilities in your workflow? Yeah, I see. Where do you think you can see this? Tell me. Utilizing any of these capabilities. Put it in the chat. Feel free to put it in the chat. Yeah. I think, oops. Anyone, where do you think you can explore these capabilities in your workflow? Is it in studying? Do you want to be creating? Do you want to increase your visibility? Do you what actually do you want? I think I missed something here. I wanted to share. First, I wanted to share the pool. Let me see if I can do that. So I want to understand how to help you. I want to speak directly to you today. So I wanted to launch the pool. Let me see how I can do that. Yes, there is a pool here. Let's say launch. That will be this one, I guess. Yes, I've launched the pool. Now I want to understand how I can help you better. Your industry. What's the main results you want from this program? Feel free to answer this poll. I want to speak directly to you because I want to help you. I want you to be able to use AI in your daily workflows. I want you to increase your productivity. I want you to be able to make money with this. Tell me, Tell me exactly. The pool, I think, is up and running. Feel free to complete it and let me know exactly how, what you think, how AI can help you, because I want to speak directly to you. Let's take maybe 5 minutes. No, 3 minutes should be enough. It's just a few questions. I don't know if you can see the pool. Give me a thumbs up if you can see the pool, or did I launch it correctly or not? Awesome, Daniel. Yeah, feel free to complete the pool. I want to see you what you how I can help you better, what you would like to use this program to do. Um, how this program will be beneficial to you. Put it in the chat as well if you feel that other applies to you. Maybe we didn't capture how we can help you here. Put it in the chat. I did mention a couple of things. I Before we move forward, I wanted to show you something, and I'm going to give you this chart because I told you that there are lots and lots of capabilities that AI can do right now. AI is so intelligent. There are many more intelligent systems that are coming up, and everyone is talking about those. Okay. If you can see the charts, please, if you can see the pool, please help me to complete the pool. I just want to speak directly to you. I want to be able to help you. So if I get more answers, that will be helpful. I don't see any answers right now. Maybe I have to refresh. Maybe I have to look for the answers. I'm not very familiar with this.
Already answering the poll, already taking the.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Thank you. I hope I see the results. Okay, let me see. Getting open. I want to share something else from here. Okay. So I believe you can still see my screen. Let me see. I can't see the pool. Daniel says can't see the pool. Daniel, check the charts. The chart is somewhere beside participants. Just beside participants, you see the chart. Click on it and see if you can find it. Okay, so let me know when you see it, Daniel. Can you see fields to acquire? Could not start the video. Okay, so maybe I'm not able to start this video. I don't know if you can still see my screen. Yes or no? What can you see? Can you see my screen? Loading Vision Engine. Because I'm sharing my screen, I don't know if it's, and I'm using the camera as well. I don't know if this is going to work, but this I wanted to show you how this vision model works. So I just typed a prompt and I will share the prompt with you. I said, so I want to create a real-time interactive 3D particle system with 3JS. The requirements are to control the scaling and expansion. Somebody says they can't join, it's not connecting. Okay, I will see how I can help her. So the requirements are to control the scaling and expansion of the particle group by detecting the tension and closing of both hands. So if I put my hands closed, I don't know if you can see me, maybe the camera may not work, but if you try this prompt, you should be able to do that. Loading vision model. It can't see because I'm using the camera. I'm using the camera, so you won't be able to see that clearly. But I will give you this prompt. I want you to try it, and I want you to tell me when you try it. I want to show you the vision model. We will still be exploring other vision models as well. That is computer vision, because we are going to explore all these capabilities right now. At charts, but can't see the pool. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Daniel, why you can't see the pool. Okay. or it should pop up on your screen. I don't know what's not sure why you can't see the pool. So with this model, with this is just a prompt. So once you okay, let's go to Google AI Studio. I want to show you. This is where we're going to play around. This is the playground. We're going to play around. I'll show you a little bit more on how all these capabilities work. Okay. Can you still see my screen? Yes, no, yes. Okay. Let me copy this and give you this as well so you can play around with me on the playground. Put it in the chat. Going back to Daniel, unfortunately, I'm not sure why you can't see the pool. I'm trying to see how I can help, but I don't know how I can help for you to be able to see the pool yourself. Okay, so we have two people that have completed the pool. Let me see what they are saying. So continue to complete the pool. I'm just going to go back. What city are you joining from? Go back. Oops. Okay. Business owners, yes, you're going to benefit so much from this session. Healthcare, awesome. Make more money, grow my business, start a side hustle, awesome. Get better job or promotion, use AI to become more employable. Yes, it's very possible. Um, get clarity and confidence with AI, understand what to use and how. Okay, increase your productivity as well. Awesome. 11 plus years, yes, if it's you will be able to leverage AI because you already have domain knowledge. With the domain knowledge you have, you already like you are niched. You already have knowledge of something which you can improve with AI. So okay, so use AI tools more often to improve. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Content creation, marketing, awesome. So most people learning and personal development, great. Yes, I currently pay for one or more tools. That means people are embracing it. Awesome. Let me see what's your main reason. Learn how to use AI for my work. Discover business career opportunities with AI. Okay, so sorry, this is AI Elevate Challenge. Okay, I'm overwhelmed by too many tools. Okay, yes, you don't have to be overwhelmed by so many tools anymore because you understand how this works. It's not every Tom, Dick, and Harry that tool that you shiny object that you see that you have to pursue. I struggle to apply AI practically in my business. No, this is going to end today because you are going to start creating workflows that make sense and use AI for those workflows. You will understand how AI uh, plugs into each of your workflows. It's going to end after this session. So how did you hear about us? Let's see. I don't, okay. I don't see anybody answering this. How did you hear about us? No, I don't see anybody answering. Feel free to keep responding to the poll, right? Let's see. Leaving and rejoining. Yes, go ahead. Okay, so this is AI Studio. This is Google AI Studio. It's a playground. There are different playgrounds, but I just wanted to highlight those capabilities here. Okay, so a couple of those capabilities, I would say, not all of them. So this is Gemini 3 Pro Preview. This Gemini Preview is the most intelligent model in the world right now. It was released about 2 weeks ago by Google, most intelligent model. Let's see if I can give it this prompt. I want to show you how to create that, the interactive 3D real-time image with it. It's so intelligent. It can create 3D model, it can create 3D images, 3D models. It's so intelligent, it can answer questions, it's also a reasoning model, and I'll explain what that reasoning model is. Okay. So I said, so I want you to create a real-time interactive 3D particle system with 3JS. And this prompt is already in your chat. The requirements are to control scaling and expansion of particle group by detecting the tension and closing of both hands. So it uses camera. Like I want to show you how the computer vision works. Okay. So it's writing the prompt for me is writing the prompt for me. It's writing the code for me in HTML format. So this is the code. The prompt I have already given in the chat, but I can also drop it. I think Daniel left, so I'm dropping it again for Daniel if he's back, so he can take this, go to the site I have just given you right now, and copy it and put it in your chat. This is hands-on. I like people practicing what they have learned, because that's kind of how you learn. When you are able to practice on the go, practice on the fly, that is how you learn. So if you can drop that in your aistudio.google.com, we'll be using this platform a lot as well as we move forward. So drop it in the chat, if you have done this already, please give me a thumbs up. I want to know people who are following. Give me a thumbs up if you have done this already. Have you dropped this in the chats here? Have you dropped it in the chat inputs for Google AI Studio? Tell me, have you? If you have, tell me. Give me a thumbs up if you have. We have other capabilities we are going to be exploring. Cool. Give me a thumbs up. Anyone? I cannot see any thumbs up. I don't see any thumbs up. Maybe I'm not looking at it where I should look at. No one? You will need a laptop to work. If you plan to join this session, if you want to learn more, you need a laptop to be joining these sessions so that you can practice. I'm not sure Google AI Studio is on, you can use it on your phone, but you can use it on the laptop. Have you been able to to do this? Have you been able to practice? Copy and paste. I'm waiting. I need feedback so that I know exactly people who are following through. It's important for me that you're following through. It's important to me. It's important to me that you're following through, because this is hands-on. You can't just join and then you're not able to practice. Tell me, what's going on? If you're not able to practice, why are you not able to practice? Let's see how we can help you. Anyone? Yeah, or are you all using your phones? Let me check. Are you all using your phones? Let me see what's in the chat. Please, where are you copying to? Oh, I'm copying it to, and feel free. I think, let me unmute everyone. I guess, oh no, I can't unmute. I can unmute everyone, but I don't want it to get very rowdy. So, um, yeah, so you copy it into this. I don't know if something is blocking your view, but you copy it into this chat input here. This is your chat interface. This is where you copy it into, where it says start typing a prompt. Have you seen it? Just copy and paste it here. So prior to this time, we will all have like we hire graphic designers. You may not need a designer. You may need you maybe before now you used to hire a copywriter, somebody to write things for you. You may not need that again. Or virtual assistant, you may not. AI is replacing that. The last boot camp, somebody one of the one of our students, she mentioned that she was going to hire a virtual assistant, but after joining the program, she didn't need the virtual assistant, right? She had already mentioned it to somebody and the person started, but when she joined the program, she realized she could do almost everything she wanted that virtual assistant to do in the way that the virtual assistant wouldn't even be able to handle it. And so um, she just told the person not to bother anymore and didn't give the person additional work. That is what learning AI can do for you. Let me know. I want to know, has anyone done this? Tell me if you have. If you have you done this? If you have, copy it. If you have created this, if you can see this code right here, copy it. Copy it, copy it from here. So copy to clipboard. Go to your notepad. You can find your notepad in the search. So this is a notepad right here. If I'm still sharing my screen, a notepad, and paste it on the notepad and save it. You can save it with any name you want. Go to save as and save it. So let me bring this here so I can show you what I'm doing. So let's say I'm saving it. Let's call it gesture controlled particles projects. Okay. And change this to all files and then save it. So I want to be sure where I'm saving it to so I don't look for it. So I want to save it on my, let's put it on my desktop. Desktop is easier for me to just um, retrieve it. So on all files, I'm saving it in my desktop. I go to and click save. That's it. That's all I need. I then go back to my file manager and open it. Oh, sorry. I made a mistake here. So let me open this back again. I want to show you something. Okay. You save it as a HTML file. So instead of a text file, you save as HTML file. So I and then put .html because it's going to be like a website. Okay. And you save it. And then you go back to it's saved on my desktop. So
Can I
this,
ask you a question?
yes, go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, I've gotten the codes, but I don't know what else to do.
Okay, don't worry, let me show you. So you go, let's go back to the code. You scroll up. Have you copied it?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
copy it
there's a
from here.
copy.
Yeah, that's a copy.
Yeah, copy to clipboard.
Yes, copy to clipboard. Now go to your search. It will bring up like a notepad if you're using a Windows laptop. If you're using a Windows laptop, you should see something like a notepad here, or you can start typing notepad, it will come up. Have you seen
Okay.
notepad?
Mm-mm.
Have you?
Nope.
Okay. What start typing notepad and it should come up if you're
On
using
the
uh,
phone that start typing a prompt, not there, right?
no, don't. Okay, so you go to your search here, start typing notepad. You should have a notepad app. The notepad app should pop up and then you can open it.
Okay, but if I have a place I can copy it and paste, can I do that?
So you need to paste it on a notepad because it has a TXT. If you paste it on a Word document, it may not
Okay,
work.
okay.
That's why you
So
need
I
to
need
notepad, yes. And it's likely you have a notepad already on your laptop. It comes with your Windows. If you're using a Windows, if you're not using a Windows, there's still notepad in your Mac. Any other person, anybody that has done this up to this? Everybody's joining with their phones.
and I'm going to use my laptop. I was using my iPhone and another phone, but let me use a laptop now.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So I don't know how many people can see my screen. So this is what I was able to create. I can't use the camera, but this shows me like gives me access to, you can see me. It's using the camera, but because I'm using the camera as well, I won't be able to do it. But if you use same prompt, please copy the prompt and save it so you can use it again. When you have your laptop, um, it's giving me a prompt. That's okay because I can't use it. So look at this. It created a heart for me. I could change it to a Saturn, right? If I use the camera is not working because I'm using the camera. So if I, use my hands and go close to it, it's going to move back a little bit or even come close to me, depending on, you can expand or shrink depending on my hand movement. So these are all capabilities. This is a flower. This is a sphere, fireworks. So it has lots and lots of capabilities, and I want to show you more of what AI, generative AI can do. Okay. Lovely. Isn't this wonderful? Tell me, like you can create 3D things with it. You can change the colors as well. So I want to change the color to pink. Different things I can do with this. Isn't this lovely? Isn't this amazing? Um, Look at
I'm
that.
not seeing it yet.
Oh, you can't see my screen?
Yes.
Oh, can anybody see my screen? No?
Can see.
You can?
Yeah.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay.
Ah, so why am I
Yes.
not seeing it?
Sometimes network can be, it could be the network. Maybe it's not strong enough um, for you to be able to see the screen, something
Hmm.
like that. Yeah. I can toggle it to different colors if I want to. Like it's so beautiful. There is nothing, let me not say there is nothing AI cannot do. AI cannot experience, AI does not experience anything. It's just a tool. And so we have to give it our own experiences for it to shape, for it to help to create stuff for us. It cannot tell stories AI can generate ideas. You can ask it to tell stories, but it cannot tell actual stories unless stories, because there is no experience around it. So, but it can generate those experiences, it can generate stories for you. But actual stories of what is going on around you, you may not be able to do that. AI doesn't also like reason. It doesn't have any reason. It's just a prediction engine. So it can predict any kind of information. Okay. So lovely, lovely things it can do. I'm just gonna stop here and show us more capabilities of um of generative AI. Let's go back to this playground. Now, this is Gemini. We just tested Gemini 3 point to Gemini 3 Pro, which is the most intelligent model that we do have. Nano Banana Pro is what you can use to create amazing things. Nano Banana does image editing. If you see flyers, you can design your flyers with Nano Banana. As not just Nano Banana, like Nano Banana Pro. It can, AI has struggled with having text to images and all that, creating image and text together. But Nano Banana Pro does it really exceptionally well. They said it's only available for paid tier users. I do have a paid option which I
So
can use. Yes, go ahead.
quick question. Like before now, when I use Germany, it takes me like for image editing, it takes me to Nano Banana straight. Like I wasn't using the studio. So
Yeah.
what's the advantage of going through the studio?
No, it's same. It's the same API, it's the same model, it's same thing, and it's free. So this is the playground is where you can have everything in one. So Gemini is the where you can generate anything you want to generate, right? But the studio is like a playground. So this is a playground, but this is the main where you can generate anything you want. So this is Nano Banana, right? But now this is not Pro. Nano Banana Pro is a little bit different than regular Nano Banana like this one, where you have that image editing function. So people have started creating calendars with Nano Banana. You can create your flyers, you can create your posters, you can create infographics. You can also create infographics here, by the way, not with Nano Banana, but Canvas. So you can use Canvas to create infographics as well. Yeah. So same thing here. There's a difference. I just clicked on the Pro. There's a difference between the Pro Nano Banana and this one. But this is a playground. I'll show you why it's a playground where you can toggle the temperature on and off and different things here. And I'm going to show you every single thing here. So the playground is where you design, is where you can design, whereas the actual place where you create is Gemini. This is where you create. This is where you design. Let's take it like that. Okay, that's the difference. So if you go to Gemini, you will not see some of the features that you are seeing here, API key and all that, temperature, aspect ratio, resolution, tools. What are those tools? Thinking models, if you have system instructions, you don't have all these features in where you are creating. So this is where you design things. This is where you create. That's the difference. I can't use this. I have to toggle to use a different platform, a different account, which I can use. Maybe we should just try it and see what it can do. So I think I do have let's go to Google AI Studio because I want us to be able to use this to let's create who wants to create a poster or a calendar, whatever. So this is Pro and we can utilize it. Can you still see my screen? Yes. or no? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, okay, awesome. So this is the playground. Now I want to use Nano Banana.
Oh,
I want to use Nano Banana Pro. That's why I'm trying to. It's available for paid tier users. I think this is pro link to API key and all that. Let's see. Create an orthographic blueprint that describes this building plan. Create an illustrated explainer. Oh, it's not. Oh, so maybe this is not like the paid one. So I can still use the Nano Banana Pro. That's fine. That's fine. But it's
Another thing I have, another thing I have struggled with in image creation is striking 100% resemblance when trying to edit image. Does it make a difference if it's a nano banana or if it's something else?
yeah.
Like I find Gemini more creative, let me put it that way, in image, creation and editing more than the other tools.
Yes, yes, it's for image generation. Yes, I think Gemini is Nano Banana is very, very, very good with doing that as well. So for that, I would say how do you get resemblance? Like how do you get
yeah.
consistency? That's
We're not
character
actually. We're
consistency,
not
right?
million noble job.
So you can get character consistency by following different processes. The first one is to um, make sure is within the same context. So let me explain to you. Let's say let's start with creating. Let me go to what a platform that we are all used to. I think this is already Gemini. Yes, we are all used to using Gemini, right? So let's select this. So let's say, give me an image of a 20-year-old Nigerian boy in a, let's say, restaurant. Okay, it's going to create this. Let's see. Um, It's going to create an image of somebody in a restaurant. I didn't give it so many details. So this is the boy. So I want you to maintain this boy, right? I want you to continue to maintain this boy. Now say, so to make sure that is consistent. This boy, I want to maintain this boy. So I will tell it again, put same boy in, let's say, in a high-end hotel. Okay. So it references the image. So when you want to make sure that your image is consistent, you have to reference that image. You have to keep referencing that image. Let's see. Same boy, right? In a high end. So, but I can ask it, same boy, can see same shirt, right? Same shoe. It didn't change it. It gave it a bag, right? I did just said in a high end hotel. I didn't say in a restaurant or whatever, but I just gave it this. I can make sure I can say make sure that the face is focus on the face. Bring it closer and focus on the face. Bring him closer. And we will go to image generation with the camera focusing on the face. Let's say because you are with the camera and lighting. Okay, focusing on the face. Okay. Okay, so this is the third time I'm prompting this. If I prompt it the fourth time, it's going to go out of focus because it's not within the same context anymore. You can see this one is sharper. This one was far, but I want it, you can see this is same, right? Did you see that? Same person, right? Father, you see, right? It's same.
Yes,
You didn't
yes.
change it. So that's how you maintain character consistency. But we'll get to when we get to image, I'll show you all that and why it happens that way. So you can create, you can make this person to move, same shirt, same everything, same environment. This is how you maintain character consistency. Always give it that reference image. So I will talk about um, context is context window. We'll talk about it very soon. I just wanted to have us use this playground a little bit more. So you can let me download this person that we have used. I want to use this person in a video as well. I didn't really plan for any of this. So you can see you're following me live, playing around with this. So it's real life, like it's live. Let's refresh this. Someone's no, don't know why I can't see. Okay, yeah. So let's go to videos. I just downloaded this guy who is now my friend. So you animate this video. You can animate anything you want. I think we have done that. You can convert image to video. So we just did text, right? We did text to image. Let's upload that guy again. I think it's this guy. So I want this guy to sing hallelujah. No, okay. It will not sing because VO2 basically does not produce any image, any video. It just animates. Walking out of the hotel. Okay, so let's see what it's gonna create. So this is the background of the hotel. I'm going to animate him to walk out of the hotel. Let's see what it's going to do, whether it's going to turn and all that. So VO2 is a video creation model, but it doesn't have the talking capability. Now, VO3 does that. VO3 has a talking capability, and I'll show you how we are going to do that next session. Okay. So lots and lots of capabilities. We have seen 3D, you can see still maintaining the same person, right? No changes. Let's play him and see him walk out of the hotel. Let's see, is he walking out or forward? Okay, so as if he's walking towards the person, not out. Okay, because he's walking towards me, but out, I see maybe back is not out. I don't know, but he's walking towards me. So you can animate anything you want with View 2. And the image is very sharp, making facial expressions as well, although I didn't include anything. But this is me just demonstrating the capabilities, nothing more, okay? So I want us to look at the features of this playground, just like we have these other playgrounds, which I will show you, but I just wanted to, I think the first time I wanted us to do is to learn some vocabularies on the playground, okay? So let's start with a model. What we call a model is just like we have different models of a car. So um, you have Buick. Buick is a car, right? And then you have Buick Encore, we have Buick Enclave. And so we have Mercedes, you have Mercedes, you have G-Wagon, you have C-Class, you have E-Class, you have just that same way. That's how you have different models when we talk about models. Um, so here, these are all the Google models here, and I want us to explore some of them. So some people have asked me, how do I know the model to use and when to use it? So like Gemini 3 Pro is a very intelligent model. You use it for complex tasks. Like it has computer vision capabilities. So it can see. So if you give it something to describe for you, it's going to do that. It can um it can understand complex things. It can create 3D images. It can build for you. It can code for you. It has lots and lots of capabilities. Okay. It's the most intelligent. They pride themselves. They keep saying it's the most intelligent model. And I mean, recently, OpenAI, I think this information just leaked about yesterday. OpenAI is creating GPT 5 point. They said it's going to be 5.2 or 5.1, but they call it GPT Garlic, ChatGPT Garlic. So they said it's going to exceed Gemini 3. So ChatGPT, I think it was yesterday that it leaked ChatGPT Garlic. Very intelligent model 2 days ago. So they are pausing everything that they are doing to work on this model now because they don't want Google to, Google to be ahead. Google has struggled to be ahead, but now they are trying to now OpenAI is trying to play catch up. It's a real battle, like it's a real battle. All they want is having that market share, right? That's what is the most of them do want. Most intelligent model for now, things might change. It has 200,000 tokens. Sorry, what does that mean? So a token is the most basic unit of a word. So when we say we are imputing something in the computer. So let's say like I gave it a prompt now. It doesn't really read it as a word. It reads it as a token. And a token is the basic unit of a word. How you say a cell is the most basic unit of any of matter, right? So it's just the most basic unit. That is what a token is. Let me go back to all features. Yes. You have Nano Banana. Nano Banana Pro is image for image creation and image editing. You have Gemini Flash as well. Okay, so I want to go in here. Input. So when we talk about inputs, it's whatever you are giving the system to use. Um, Output is whatever you are giving this, whatever the system brings out, the result is the output. You have tokens. You have if it is less than or equal to 200,000 tokens, you are being charged $2. Output is $12. It's free if you are using it in Google AI Studio, but it's not available for pro users. So if you go to Gemini, this Gemini 3 is not available except for pro users. So Gemini 3 Pro is not available, but it's available in Google AI Studio. And for those who need API keys, engineers who want to design things so they can use these intelligent models. Now it has a knowledge cutoff. All models have knowledge cutoff. That is, remember we say that these large language models have been trained with billions of data, text, images, code, videos, audio, music, whatever, call it whatever you have. So anything after January 2025 is not in its database. It does not know what it is. So assuming you tell it, give it an information that is very recent, it would still give you an output, but there is a high likelihood that output that is or the results that is given to you is wrong, and it's not going to tell you it's wrong, right? It doesn't. That's the problem. It doesn't tell you that. It's very confident, gives its answer very confident. It tell you it's gibberish. It doesn't give you. So every model has a knowledge cutoff. So that's what this knowledge cutoff is. You can see Nano Banana Pro has a knowledge cutoff of January 2022. And this, you will be able to know the capabilities of that model. What does that model do? This model, the Gemini 3 Pro, which is Nano Banana Pro, is a state-of-the-art image generation and editing model. Text input is $2, output is $12. Image output per image is image will give you output per image. And okay, I don't know what this is. So input and output is this amount. Okay, sorry. So because it's an editing model, it takes image input as well. So I did upload this image. So it takes an image input and also takes an can also give you an image output. So that's what it means. So it takes a text input and takes a text output. If you give it an image also, it does the same thing. Knowledge cutoff is January 2025. And the list goes on and on. Gemini Flash latest also, what does it do? It's a hybrid reasoning model. Reasoning model means that it has instructions, and the instructions that is given to it, it makes it to think in a stepwise way. With a 1 million token context window, so very high. So before you can exhaust that context window, which we're going to talk about, what it remembers, 1 million things, 1 million words. It has a very large context window, so it may not forget your history. So it might still be working with your history. That's why if you are now transitioning to a different topic, it's better you just use a new chat so that it doesn't carry the information that you have given to it. And we'll talk about context window very soon. We have Gemini flashlights latest and all that and all that and all that. There's a lot of them. So I just want to also look at the live one. So we have Gemini 2.5 flash native audio. This is audio. So it can take text. So what does it mean? You can give it the text input and it can give you an output. It can also take audio or video. Input is $3, output is $2. Knowledge cutoff is unknown. So this is audio. This is where you can generate audio and text. Let's look at it as well. Let me put it here. Okay. Switch model. Yes, I want to switch model. Okay, so here you can can you teach me about AI? So I'm using this. So it's thinking it's going to create an output for me. Let's see.
I can certainly teach you about AI.
Okay.
AI or
Yeah,
AI stands for artificial intelligence. It refers to the development of computer systems that are capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as learning, problem solving, decision making, and understanding language.
Okay. So I just stopped it because I want to show you how I think I was too fast. I don't want to be too fast. So I went to, let's go again. I went to playground. I went to live and I selected Gemini 2.5 Flash Audio. So this model can talk to you, have conversations with you. So think about um, job interviews, practicing job interviews. Think about learning public speaking. I don't know. There are many things. Conversational AIs. You can think about it. You can also use your webcam. So I can share my screen and tell it to walk me through something that I'm having a challenge with. So this Gemini Live can do it for you. You can use this webcam to see something as well. Like maybe I have something in my hand and I'll show it to it. I say, can you tell me what this is? So it has a lot of capabilities. You can share your screen and it can walk you through if you are struggling with any part of it. So you can do a whole lot of things. I'm preparing to go for an interview. It's a product manager interview. How can I prepare for it? Let's see.
That's great. To get ready, I'd suggest looking into the company well. Check out their products, maybe even try using them. Also, be prepared to talk about your past experiences and how you'd handle typical product management tasks. Practicing those kinds of questions can really help. Good luck with the interview.
Can you help me practice?
Absolutely. We can practice common questions if you'd like. Just let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Great. Let's start with a classic. Can you tell me about yourself and why you're interested in this product manager role?
Yeah, I mean, you can go on and on and on and on and practice your interviews and gain confidence. You can do a whole lot of things. I don't know, do we have any questions for me on this? Did we see where I went to? I want to know like if we are following. Tell me, did you guys see where I went to? Gemini Life, what can you do with this? What can you do with it? Is this interesting? Tell me. We've touched on images. So for the image model, we do have Nano Banana Pro, which we don't have access to, but we have Search Nano Banana, we have Search Imaging 4 as well. We have also touched on video. We have View 2. Next week, we'll go into media creation. I want to look at audio as well. Audio is text to speech, so you can create different movies. You can create movies with your text to speech. So your input to be a text, your output to be audio. Okay, so let's see how it runs here. I'm just going to run this, whatever it is, so you can listen. I believe, did anybody hear it? Let's see, what are people saying? I'm following but confused a little. Will you post the recording? Yes, I can post the recording. Please, where are we copying? Okay. Yeah, I will go back. I'll be looking at the chat often. So if you run into any issues, please let me know. Put it in the chat. Okay. Did you see where I clicked? I clicked on the text to speech Gemini 2.5 Pro. And there is more I want to show you as well.
Hello! We're excited to show you our native speech capabilities.
So
where you can direct a voice, create realistic dialogue, and so much more. Edit these placeholders to get started.
okay, so I just clicked on this. I just clicked on run just for it to speak. So this is where you can generate speeches for podcasts, for your movies, and all that. So you can have a single speaker where you can click on here. It's one person that is speaking, right? You see it right here. You can change the voice settings. You can select the model setting. Now temperature is what shows you the creativity, and I'll show you that in the text model so that you understand it better. So the voice, there are different voices right here, so you can check the one that you really like and use that one. So they have different voices right here for you to select. Now if you're looking at movie and you have various characters, you can multi-speaker audio, and you select the voice for speaker 1. Because you generate scenes of it, and we'll handle this in next week. We'll talk about this next week. So you have voice, and you have different voices you can select from. Speaker 1, you have to label your speakers. You can name your speaker 1, or name it, give it a real name, depending on what you want. And you have speaker 2 and all that. Okay. So this applies to anything you are going to be working on. So this is where you can do that. Like we've talked about the life, we've talked about Gemini. I want to talk about some other thing else. Let me go over to Gemini. Let's select 3.0. Yes, change. So system instructions, all AI does have system instructions, and we'll look at it later on. So this is where you add your system instructions in a playground. API key, there is no API key here unless I have to create one. So you can get an API key. So when it requires integration with a different platform, you have to use an API key. So because it's a playground, temperature is the level of creativity. So if you want something to be very creative, then you set the temperature to the highest. So if you are writing, brainstorming ideas, creative writing, you might want to increase the temperature. Now, if you are doing a very structured, precise, focused, if you need a very precise, focused output, this is where you go to and toggle the temperature to 0. So let's say you want to use information just on your system, your documents, you may want to toggle the temperature to 0. You don't want it to be very creative. You just want the correct answer every time. So you toggle the temperature to 0. So this determines the level of creativity. Okay, if you want something to be deterministic, that is what you do. So put it on 1. So media resolution is on default. You can set it high. That is if you want to create something that is of very high quality, medium quality, and all that. So thinking level, AI doesn't think. AI still understands, or machines like laptops doesn't think. But thinking level, or thinking, when you say reasoning model, is just that the instruction that has been given to it is for it to show you how it works, and that makes the AI to reflect on the process and gives you a stepwise answer. So this model is a thinking model. That's why you cannot off this. You cannot reduce this or turn it off. It has to be, because it's a thinking model. Depending on the task, you can't reduce it. You can't turn it off because inherently has the capability, has to be able to think. Okay. Now you have you can toggle it to low or high depending on the task that you are doing. So if you are doing a complex task like a research, like you are conducting a research, then you may want to make sure that it's high. You are building a 3D artifact, you may want to put it on high because it's a complex project that you are creating. So let's leave it on high. Now you have, if you want a very structured output, tools, structured output, you might want to toggle this on. If you are working with a code, you may want to toggle this on. Function calling is when you are calling other tools. For example, you want to get the weather, you want to get the calendar or something else. So this is when that is what is called function calling. It has to do with an external tool that you want to add. So that is, you would have to toggle this on and then tell it exactly what tool you want it to use. Now, grounding with search is you want it to be able to search the web for you. Remember, it has a knowledge cutoff. It cannot get any information that is later than January 2025. But for me to get information that is recent, I have to use the web. I have to tell it to use the web. So I'm going to tell it to use Google search. It might be able to get a more recent information for me. One other thing that makes this tool to be unique, Google AI Studio to be unique, is URL context. So think about it this way. You have, let's say, your website, and you want to extract information from your website. Then if you give it a link to your website, then it can pull the information on that website. Okay. Safety settings, very important. So you don't want to be designing AIs that would cause problems to people. So you may want to toggle off some settings. You don't want people just typing anything on the chat input and telling it to harass other people or maybe make hate speeches or even sexually explicit things. So you may want to toggle it off or even dangerous content. So this is where you do set, you configure all those settings right here. So this is a playground. Other playgrounds are really like the same. Okay. So if you want AI, especially this kind of thinking models, you want to stop it at a particular point. This is where you say stop at a particular sequence. This is where you add stop sequence. Output length, the maximum output length is 65,500. This is static unless you want to reduce it. It cannot go further than this. So whatever it's going to generate cannot be above 65,536 tokens. It cannot. Okay. Now, top P and top P are like filters. They work hand in hand with the temperature. So if you want it to be very creative, or you can add this filter, you can increase this filter, or if you don't want it to be very creative, you can also reduce this filter. Okay, let's put it at one. Questions? Questions? Now, questions before we proceed? Any questions? Here, you can create a lot of apps. You can build with a lot of apps. So it says, I don't know, this Nano Banana powered app. Describe your idea and it's going to create it for you. Generate or create conversational voice apps using Gemini Live API. This one you have to you may be able to create an app as well with this. Animate images with Veo. We already did this. If you need it to speak, you might use Veo 3. Use Google search data. We can build a whole lot of apps from here. Let me see if I do have any apps. I do have apps here that I have created. Veo Studio, Home Canvas, Prompt DJ, Gemini Adventure, and all. Let's look at, can create landing pages, beautiful landing pages here using Gemini Pro. So quiet living, InfoGenius, these are some of the apps that they do have in their gallery. This is Gemini Runner. These are games and 3D works that can be created here as well. So lots and lots of capabilities you can see, and these capabilities will keep improving. They'll keep improving every single day. As the models get more intelligent, the better for us. We can, explore it more and more. So where do you go and see all there are different models, right? There are many, many models. I want us to be able to look at those models and what they can do. So this is where you go to, this is Open Router. This is where you go to know how many models that we have available. I'll put this in the chat so that everybody can have access to it. It's here. Okay, so we have OpenAI GPT 5.1 Codex. Yes, this model was recently released. There are now 548 models. That is what we have. If you want, this codex is a coding model, so it can do coding. It's very intelligent model, so it can code apps for you. It can build things for you. It's used by software developers. Really, really lovely model. You can take text and convert them to codes, and they will have image models. Okay, let me. They just added some. So we have image models, Nano Banana, Gemini 2.5, ChatGPT 5 image are some of them that are here. We have those that are taking files as well. So the ones you can upload images to, what models can you upload images to? Amazon also have its own model, Anthropic Claude. This is a new model, and it's very intelligent as well. I think it's second, no, third, after ChatGPT 5. And I'll show you where you can find all these models. You have Gemini 3 Pro, you have GPT 5.1, GPT 5.1 charts. This is where you find deep research, OpenAI. This was the model that came out before the GPT-5 series came on board. So we have lots and lots of models. So this is a place where you'll be able to understand what the images, the inputs, what the input will be and what the outputs would be. Okay, so we have audio here. So ChatGPT, Gemini 3 Pro is a chat, can take audio. That means I can upload an audio file and tell it what to do, and it's going to do exactly that, which is lovely. Not many models can do that. So Gemini 3 Pro can do that, Mistral can do that, 2.5 Flash Preview can do that, 2.5 Flash Lite can do that. GPT-4 Audio can do that as well, and some other few ones. Not many models can do that. So let me look at the ones that can take video. So this can take video synthesis as well. So you can take a video and convert it. So you can upload a video to this model. You can also upload video to this model. The Google models are amazing. You can see it's only the Google models that can do this, because they've had the internet for a while, like for a long time. They were lagging behind, but now they are ahead. So now let's look at some models as well that outputs. Of course, most of the models will be able to give text, can produce text, but let's see the ones that can produce images for us. Flux, and I'll show you this next week, where we can examine all the models that can produce images. There are many more models, I believe. Seven is not seven. There are many more models that can do or that can produce images, and I'll show you all of that. Okay. Embeddings, this is new. There is none that let me see. Which model? Okay. So these ones are very new. Not what we'll cover in this scope, but yeah. Gwen. Okay, so let's what else? Context lens will go into that. I want to ask questions on this. We have been able to explore the capabilities of Gen AI fully as much as we can. We've looked at the language, we've looked at the computer vision, voice, music, audio, image, and even 3D capabilities. Questions before we proceed? Questions? What are the capabilities? We've talked about what large language models are, right? Questions? Do we have questions? Any questions? Questions? No questions? Okay, so I want us to understand how these things work, because that will be the foundation, that will be the bedrock of us, understanding the other parts of the boot camp. If we don't get the foundations, it will be a little bit difficult for us to also understand how to utilize it and apply it and plug it into our daily life. Okay. So we've talked about what language models are. It's a type of artificial intelligence, I would say neural network that has been trained on massive amounts of data, billions of data. What it does is pattern recognition, basically predicting what the next word is because it understands the pattern it's been trained on. And then it generates information based on the context and is able to understand what that context is. It can be applied in different fields and different areas, and we have already explored that. So there are 584 models that we have in the world right now. And there are other many platforms as well, which we'll be looking at as we move forward. Okay. I did mention we'll look at context window. Context window is very important in learning large language models because they help us to understand how to work with large language models, how to work with AI, how to work with generative AI. A context window determines how information or how much information a large language model can remember during a conversation. Let's take, for example, I ask ChatGPT I give ChatGPT an input and ask it to, let's say, let me open my ChatGPT. I want to ask it what is an LLM. Now the context windows are so large and I keep asking what's an LLM, it might keep responding to me. Then I will ask it, let's say, what is a token? So I've asked it LLM, so it's going to tell me a token. A token has different meanings, right? You can have like a token could be a number, it could be anything, but it's understanding it based on large language model. So it's still maintaining the context of the large language model. So a token is a small unit of text that an AI model so I want to open another chat and ask it what is a token. It may answer the same thing. However, if it answers differently, okay, it says in AI. So how about if not in AI? What is a token, not AI context? Okay, so it's not related to AI. AI it's a physical or digital item that represents a value, right, or access. Yeah, so you can have token access and all that, right? So what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say here that if you give an AI a context, it's going to remember that for some time. And it happens across all AI models or all large language models. So if you tell AI to do something for you, it can maintain that context for a period of time. So let's say I open a chat, and in that chat, I have asked it to write a letter for me, and it's writing that letter for me. And I continue in that chat. It's going to continue to pull that information in that chat. Whereas I don't want it to continue to pull that information because I've left that context. I no longer operate within that context. So it's really important, especially when we are using any chat interface, any AI model. If you need to move from one context to another, the best approach is for you to use a new chat. to work. And that also applies in in um, in image model, in video model. So think about, like Father just mentioned, I can't create consistency, even in voice, even in image, voice, anything at all. If you want it to maintain that voice, what do you want it to? You just give it, say, continue to say, it has to be in you give it that prompt and then add the voice. Just be changing that prompt. It's seeing that, oh, you are maintaining that person's voice because you have the context already, and it keeps going and going. And with these powerful models, these very intelligent models, you can create long movies, videos, and be able to maintain context because you understand context window now. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? This is one of the things that a lot of people don't know. So learning the context is really important. Learning what context window is really important. How to maintain it, because how not to maintain it, what it does, and what it doesn't do. So it has gotten smarter. Large context windows, small context windows are, it's been years. 2022, like GPT 3.5, 2023 models like GPT 3.5, they had only 30 to 60, 3,000 to 6,000 words. And medium context windows will have 32,000 to 64 context tokens, would be medium context window, which is GPT-4 and Claude 2. But now we have very large context windows. Most of them are over 2,000 tokens or 2,000 words. So Claude 3, Claude 4, some are even 1 million. Gemini 2.5 Pro, they can code books, they can write books for you, they can do comprehensive research and continue to maintain that context window that you have given to it. Context means like you have a background, so it works with that background. Okay. So, and they'll keep getting more intelligent and more intelligent. Questions on this? I think tomorrow we're going to dive into creating intelligent systems. We'll start with prompt engineering, and then we'll create intelligent systems on our workflows. We've touched on the playground already, so we've practiced here already. We can look at this, but tomorrow we're going to talk about prompt engineering. We're going to start creating workflows. I do have a lot of workflows, custom GPTs that we can notes to presentation, write a book, any kind of workflow that you have. Take some time today and review. Let me bring it up here. I think maybe it's here. Review the workflow activity that I have shared in the Google Classroom if you don't have access already. So this workflow activity, we have also a prompt library there. So look at your daily task. How do you do it currently? What are the challenges you are facing? How many hours is it taking you? What's the desired outcome? Like after this session, you should be able to reduce the time that it takes you. What's the frequency? What can you do? So feel free to just look at this workflow in your Google Classroom. Okay. Let me open this. Not this one. Question. Let me stop sharing. Tell me. I want to hear from you right now. I want to hear from you. Tell me, how was this session? Tell me. I know some of us struggled with internet and all. Tell me, how was this session?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. And knowing, that the studio, the Google AI Studio, is out there, and then it has more capabilities. And then the context, I think I've been doing manual context more than, the way it should be done, in the sense that I keep reminding it, and then but it's on the same page, that instead of going to a new page. Yeah. So all in all is great insights. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing. Any other person wants to share? And tomorrow is gonna be mind-blowing as well, because we're going to like, I mean, people who have gone through this session, this very first session, have lots of testimonies because it has made their work to be very easy. They have been able to create revenue, like make money, make money from it. And it's mind blowing what AI can do for you these days. Like it's mind blowing. Any other person wants to share? I'm happy to hear from you. If not, we would would convene tomorrow, and look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow. It's gonna be an amazing, amazing session. Daniel, are you here? Yes, you are. Do you know how to unmute yourself? I can show you. Yes, okay, you can. So go ahead and unmute. How did you find this session? Tell me. Is it too complex? Too easy? Mother. I don't understand that. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Jude, no problems at all. You'll get the recording. The recording will go up on Sunday tomorrow. Yeah, I can do that today. Okay, thank you. Thank you everyone for joining. I know tomorrow is gonna be better because I mean today it's a little bit rough because some of us didn't join with our laptops. But I believe by tomorrow we'll join with our laptops to be able to practice hands-on. Yes, same time. Yes, same time. Same time. 1 p.m. my time, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, 6 p.m. GMT. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, and have a lovely weekend. And see you tomorrow.